Hello again and welcome to this market commentary video from Optimal Ninja. Today we're looking at Thursday, May the 16th, 2024. On screen it's just after the open of the US equities session at 9:30, and as you can see we open in a tight range. Yesterday the market made all-time highs, and at the moment we're just slightly off those levels, so you might not be surprised to learn that our macro strategy at the open is long. Given the media headlines about all-time stock market highs, it's likely in my view that this will be enough to fuel a rally of the equities open as those late to the party put in buy orders overnight, but it remains to be seen just how much momentum that has. But certainly shorting can't be justified unless there is a very clear shift in intraday sentiment. As someone once observed, trading against the big picture is like standing in front of a steamroller to pick up pennies. So with that said, let's look at the chart. As always, we're predominantly looking to buy at value, but currently no obvious levels leap out here. Currently, the only possible level is the prior day's close, which has been support so far, but that would mean entering below this obvious congestion zone and below the lower quarter line, which is hardly ideal. So I'm standing aside here until we get more bars. So price came down and we had a couple of algo prints as it did so, indicating buying, but this is just not an attractive buy pattern as we now have a short signal and a possible downtrend line forming. But remember what I said at the start, we are not shorting all-time highs. So now we have a 3-bar rally into 53.40. You'll notice that we don't have an algo plot on this upper quarter line, and we've just retested the prior algo and come back. So it's possible to buy now with a stop below these two algos for a retest of the overnight highs or even a breakout to new highs. Similarly, on this bar, there's no algo print on the highs, but we're sitting just a couple of ticks below the overnight highs. So for this trade to come good, you are relying on the fact that there will be no significant selling at this point. There's a good chance that you'd be buying the all-time highs here, so it's not a trade for me. And as it turns out, we push up by 2 more bars before putting in a reversal bar. So now we have 6 trend bars followed by a reversal bar. Is this a buy? Here's a tip. These double plot algo signals towards the highs of 2 consecutive up bars are a warning sign of resistance. I'm always wary about buying into that pattern unless we have an algo print as we come down. Secondly, 53.46 is not support or resistance. We don't have any prior overlapping bars there. In fact, we have very little data about this level. It's pretty much uncharted territory up here. So if you did buy here, I would exit after price pushes up into this area and comes back, or you could move your stop to half a bar away. You might also notice that this upper tail is a breakout pullback to this rising micro trend line, which is also a bearish signal. The following bar is a possible long as price closes on the upper quarter line with an algo plot there, but price immediately pushes down to midpoint where it puts in another algo plot. If you'd taken that long, I would advise holding the trade open since this is a decent long entry off midpoint and it doesn't make sense to close out a trade at a level that is itself a good entry in the same direction. Generally, I favour a default stop of 24 ticks since it gives you the flexibility in these situations. The following bar gives a smart trend finder and smart entry finder signal, and we have this double algo plot near the lows, which shows strong buying at this level. So I'd certainly hold earlier longs open on the strength of that bar, but as it turns out, we have only one more up bar before price reverses of 53.46 with an algo print on the highs of that bar. Here you can either close out for 12 ticks profit or break even depending on which entry you took, or hold that trade in the expectation that this rising trend line should find buyers. Initially it does find support on that trend line but eventually fails, and that turns out to be the start of a decisive shift in sentiment for the day and some quite nice short setups. But since it's now gone 11:30, that's the end of my 2-hour analysis. I hope you found this video useful. My name is Richard. Please like or comment below. Until next time, all the best with your ES trading.